So if we shuffle this a little bit, right? We deal out 5. Even though we should probably be going second. Alright, so let's draw our 6th. And we have a hand of this. Alright, if you didn't watch the first video, Wiseman's Chalice is Chicken Race. Or Chicken Game, I'm sorry, now Chicken Race is easier to say. There is a terraforming, and the other 2 backwards cards are the other 2 terraformings. I don't have another Autumn or Gaia either, so if I end up using 2 in a combo, I'll tell you guys, but I'll put something else in the field. Alright, the standard hand is standard. It's a little shitty that you open the lab and the red eyes. The only time this is nice is if you have a Sacred Sword. And also, I wanted to say, don't be afraid. If you draw a Sacred Sword, right, and you have a red eyes in hand, to banish this red eyes, because if it's in your hand, there's not much of getting rid of it unless you open the combo that literally lets you go through and deal with. There is a combo in this deck where you end up on normal summoning a red eyes to get your combo off. But don't be afraid to banish it, it's whatever. But if you really don't feel like you should, this is also level 7 to banish with the Sacred Sword. This is a Chicken Race. So here we have a pretty shitty hand. Your only combo is through those 2, and maybe, then you get SR out afterwards. So we're gonna Chicken Race, and we're just gonna draw 1 card by paying 1,000. Still kind of shitty, but you can go through with this to this to this, or any combination of that, assuming they have back row. This is much more interesting to watch if I actually was dueling someone, but like I said, I don't have much time anymore to play, and at the same time, I won't have this deck forever. I won't have this deck. I actually sold most of it already, so unless I get it again, you guys just won't see that video, unfortunately. But if you have a hand like this, right, but you also can't get rid of the Chicken Race, I'd recommend just passing. It's kind of shitty, but it's still better than the Reckless Greed thing. So let's just say we pass for 1 turn, right? Alright, you hit on the Chicken Race. This is cute. If they kept this on the field, the draw card off of it's still there. If they didn't, they blew it up, and you don't really care because you have the combo anyways, but you can Chicken Race for another if you feel ballsy, if you want to, but there's not an infinite way to get that off the field. There is the Exit Beetle play, which I'm not currently playing, which is kind of over the top to get rid of stuff, but it's not terrible. I'm just going to say that right now. If you make the rank 6 Exit Beetle play, you can target this in a face-up card or send it to the graveyard, and that's a way to get that off, and you overlay the Exit Beetle with Gaia. It's not a terrible play, I'm not gonna lie, but it throws your players off a little bit. Let's say it's still here. So we're drawing an extra card. Alright. We're going to set this Chicken Race. I'm going to activate it. So we don't need to activate it. Once, your opponent has less life points than you, they don't take damage. So that's just a way to get this off the field. Alright. So first things first, they probably have assuming they have a monster. You went second, and this is your 2nd turn. So especially the Teflon, standard Hieratic play. Depending on their monster and spell trap, it actually comes down to a huge, people don't realize this. People just regularly tribute this, and not realize what you're supposed to end on, and the best way to use your cards. People just look at all of these as the same thing. You tribute to someone, tribute to someone, tribute to someone. It's not exactly how they work. They all have different effects for a reason. People have to just remember that. Also, a set is especially good in this deck because you can copy his level and turn all your Heretics to that level. Even if it's just 1, that's a free overlay right there, which is really nice. But moving on, standard play, and I've said this to infinite people before, if you can get yourself, there's 3 points to this deck. There's a starting point, which is the hand and how you're doing your combo. There's the midpoint, to what you have in the field to work with, to then start overlaying. And there's the end point, which should be either the OTK or just enough damage to be an OTK through Flare Metal's effect on the following turn. You don't care what they do next turn as long as this kills them. So, or you've already killed them already. So, we got this. Alright. Now, granted, this can just bait bottomless, and I tend to do this a lot. If people are playing me, I'm a little bit slower than a lot of people because I will especially be like, is something fine? Alright, it was tribute. Let's say they have a back row, so you don't get rid of it. Special Sue, because that's what it goes. You don't care so much about the monsters on the field unless getting rid of it is literally the #1 thing you have to do. Because you can, through your combos later, either banish it off on Michael, or steal it with a big guard, or blow it up with a Drago Sack, or, what have you. So, Special Sue. As for response to the summon, they say no, it's fine, alright. This triggers separately. Tefnut activates in the grave. Or not triggers, but Tefnut activates in the grave. You have a lab in hand, and you know you normally will end on. Wait, okay, yeah, I didn't explain that. Let me back up for a second. The midpoint you normally want to end on is a level 6 monster, preferably Hieratic, obviously, because that's most of your level 6s, if not all of them. The tuner, Labradorite, and a Red Eyes. That's what you want to end on. It's unfortunate I drew both of these, but we'll summon a Red Eyes from the deck is the thing. We'll keep that in mind. You want to end on this because this midpoint gets you so many places in this deck. This is chicken rice, by the way, if people forgot. You want to end on this midpoint because this midpoint will catapult you to so many different places you can do. I honestly feel shaky on it. Like, I'm still learning this deck. It's amazing how much stuff it can do. Heretics back in the day used to do one thing really well. Granted, this follows the same concept, but then branches off because you come 7th as well, which is really cool. So you summon this, it's fine. Alright, Tefnut activates. To get out of the deck, if you want to get ballsy and you're not going into play right away, you can just grab the Red Eyes from the deck. I would summon Lab just in case they do something later. But that's just me. Alright, so this is still fine. Alright, cool. We have back row. I'm going to use this effect now. I'm not going to send this one, even though that's the one I'm sending. I'm going to send this one. Oh, okay. Well, again, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can either send this one, blow up the spawn traps, and then obviously you'll get a Red Eyes, and then it'll tribute this for it's a special summon. You get another Red Eyes, and you can start doing plays like that. You still have a normal summon, and at that point you can tribute something for the Red Eyes. I might actually show you guys that combo first because it's a little confusing. Or to make sure you don't end on an odd number, because I said you most likely want to end on a 6, not a 5. And the only way you end on a 5 is with this, because this can copy the level of either that or a Red Eyes unless they or negate its effect anyways. You normally want to end on a 6, but the thing is, the reason mainly for that is because then once you have your Red Eyes, you either overlay this to make an autumn to keep going, or if you have a card you can set, you'll synchro because these are both the same level for Ultimate Zelda. But let's talk about this Red Eyes summon. If Red Eyes is going to be your normal summon in the combo, you really don't care how this ends. Unless you're still going for the Zolkin play, in which case, make sure it's a 6, so these are the same level, because they have to be the same level, tuner, non-tuner, to make these Zolkin. Otherwise, whatever, no power. So let's talk about the normal summon Red Eyes play. It's actually pretty real, so we can show you first. You're here. You use Zeus effect, and at this point, since you don't want to waste your normal summon, you will get rid of the asset to build the back row. That happens, asset activates separately afterwards, and you summon a Red Eyes Black Dragon from the deck. This is actually key, because like I said, you need Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field. Or, I'm sorry, you'll need Red Eyes Black Dragon. Super bendy, but it's a awesome shot. You'll need Red Eyes Black Dragon on the field. So you can tribute it, and preferably a Heretic, to normal summon a Red Eyes. Then the Heretic will get its effect, bring out another Red Eyes, but since you now have one in the graveyard, you are able to overlay for Flare Metal, which I'm going to get out right quick, and then detach and summon the Red Eyes that's in the grave, so you can keep the combo. You can detach the Red Eyes off of this. Now you have 2 in the grave, you already have 1 that you can target it already, just keep going with the combo. It's a little confusing, but... So this is where you're at now, because you got that off the asset. Right. Since you can keep going with your Heretics, I would then tribute this, special this. And at that point, that's just so that's not end up being dead. And then you get Red Eyes. You can't get the Gemini because he's not a normal deck, so unfortunately there's not doing anything to him this game. Unless we hit like a shrine later. But I don't think there will be later, because this is where we're at right now. Alright, so let's talk about this. 2 Red Eyes. Medfit, no. From here you can go a multitude of different ways. Because it's not a level 6, if it was, I'd make an Autumn have Autumn bring out either Darkness Metal or just another Heretic. The only reason it's a Darkness Metal is because Darkness Metal can then bring back a Heretic, and then you tribute. What you want to do when you normal summon is you want to tribute the 8 red eyes in the field and a Heretic. That way, when you summon it, you still get another level 7, and it's not like a super dead combo. But you will always detach the lab with the right off of the Autumn, because then it makes something like this live, where it just banishes a normal and a light dragon to summon it. It's another free level summon. But in this situation, it's simply like this. So in this combo, it's strange, it usually never happened like this, but you overlay both these red eyes to summon a Drago Sack. Drago Sack's effect will then detach a red eyes and make 2 tokens. I did it so. So actually, I lied a little bit. This is the only combo where you won't end on where you won't tribute a red eyes for a red eyes. You're actually tributing Drago Sack's tokens to normal summon the red eyes, which is a little unorthodox, don't get me wrong. But you then tribute the 2 normal red eyes. Alright, so you have red eyes in the grave. So you're fine on that part. If this was that set, it'd be gold, and just copy that and overlay and just keep going, but it's not. You do, however, have a... Okay, then it's a little it's super unorthodox. You synchro the lab and the net fed into Star Eater, which I actually lied, I don't have that either. That's supposed to be in the video. It was supposed to be in the last video. So we're just going to make Lucky straight your Star Eater. You have the Star Eater, you have the Dragon Second Star Eater. Technically, right here, you have game. But if we're taking it one step further, you then banish the lab and the most useless Heretic in the grave, which I say is technical at that point, because this is still, if you can bring it back, like Soul Charges and the Wisdom Spell and Chapels and Monsters changes its level. For Asar, now you have 32 through Star Eater, 24 off Red Eyes, 26 off an Asar, and 26 off Drago Sack. Drago Sack can only not attack if you tribute something to destroy something. If you make the tokens, they can still swim, which is cute. Again, technically, you could still blow this up to get rid of something on the field, overlay these 2 in a Flare Metal, and summon back at Red Eyes, and I'll do that in a second. Right now, right here, this is 5,076, 10,6, 10,800. And I say that, and it'd be like, well, it's obviously a game. It's like, well, if they had something else in the field, it's not obviously a game yet. But let's say, for most intents purposes, you still do this. And you would still do this. It's 26 and 24. You'd overlay these to a Flare Metal. You detach your Red Eyes, and you can summon that same Red Eyes back because you have them in the grave. You can also target this one as well and just bring it out. It's just an extra 200, but technically more than 200 because it's a brain favorite card to effect activate. I'll get to it. It's not a ghost rare for people who don't know what this looks like. So it's actually 11,000 right there, but if you have Drago Sack tribute itself to pop something, which doesn't, I know it sounds bad, but it's actually not that bad in reality. You had 3228, which is 6,000 plus this is 84. This is really nice. That's the unorthodox combo. There's actually technically 2 unorthodox combos, and I say unorthodox only because you get yourself stuck in a situation where you needed 4 red eyes, but you couldn't get the Gemini to the grave, so you were stuck in that kind of limbo, and at the same time, you get yourself stuck off, and this is such a race. You get yourself stuck with the net fed on as your final thing. But that's an example of what you do if you end on a 5 11 dragon of red eyes instead of a 6 11 dragon of red eyes. So let's try to open another hand here. I want this to be completely fair, just to show you what you can do every single time. And stop this video.